Hello everybody, today I'm going to be analyzing Gustav Holst's Second Suite in F major. So, about Gustav Holst. He was born in England in 1874. This is him on the right here. He was very good friends with Ralph Vaughan Williams, who was another famous march composer, and probably the biggest influence on his songs. His most famous songs are The Planets and Suites number 1 and 2. I'm going to be analyzing the second one today and just the first movement. All of these songs here have multiple movements in them, and they're kind of collections of other songs. So, we're going to start with the introduction, which it's just 2 bars and it's a bunch of ascending eighth notes. The song starts in 2-2, and yeah. That's pretty much it. The A section is based off of the English folk song Morris Dance. This section has 3 parts, which I'm going to be calling AA, AB, and AC. The AA section contains staccato rhythms with a medium dynamic, and this whole section has 4-bar phrases. So I'm going to just play the first phrase here because both are the same. Then we go into the AB section, and it contains louder dynamics and longer notes, but they are still staccato. I'm going to be playing the entire section now because the 2 phrases are different. The AC section contains a piano dynamic, and the notes are more legato. They are almost all tied, and yeah, I'm just gonna play it. So after this ends, like is written here, we play this, then this, then this, then we repeat back to the AA section. Then we play the AB section. This time at the end of this section, there is a descending scale that also diminuendos. Like that. Which then brings us into the B section, which is modeled after the English folk song Swansea Town. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. This one has 1 part, and as evidenced by the scale that diminuendos, the dynamics are piano this time, and or at least the first time around it is. It starts with a euphonium solo. I'm just gonna play this in the background because pretty much every phrase of this part is different, and I wanted to include it all. So, yeah, as you can see, it has more legato and longer notes, which is a contrast to the first section. I assume this was intentional. I think that it has 8-bar phrases, so yeah. I'm gonna let this finish playing. Alright, there it is. After this happens, it repeats later, this time with every instrument included, and it is a lot louder. Yep. Then after this full repeat, it goes through the same melodies as this section, and it ends pretty abruptly with 1 note and then going into the C section. That last note there was the first note of the C section, so yeah. PowerPoint. There we go. Alright, the C section is based off of the Irish folk song Cloudy Banks. It has 3 parts, and a lot of things are changing here. The dynamics are now mezzo forte, we are in 6/8 time, and there's new rhythms. They're tied every 3 notes generally, and the main melody is now alto and clarinet as opposed to everybody. Here it is. That is the CA section. It's very similar to the other sections, as you will see, but that's kind of the main part of it. The CB section starts with different rhythms, and then it continues similarly. I should also mention that every part here has 4-bar phrases. So the first phrase in this one is different, and then the second is virtually the same as CA. After this is the CC section, which similarly, it starts with different rhythms from the first two, and then it continues the same as both of the other ones. After this happens, it repeats at piano dynamic with more instruments. It might sound like it's about the same volume, but it is supposed to be piano here. It's just a bit harder with everybody in as opposed to just the alto and clarinet having the main melody. Yep, you will get the idea. Then when we get to the CC section here, it is fortissimo. Yep, you understand. Um, then after this ends, it goes all the way back to the introduction. And then we go almost through the entire song again. So we go through the A section, it goes how it did before. We go to the B section, again it goes how it did before. However, at this ending here, where it ends pretty abruptly, this is where the song just completely ends. That note is the last note of the song when it's played the second time through. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.